Okay, guys, so I just saw Top Gun Maverick yesterday. 36 years in the making. And all throughout it, I was thinking, there's going to be a lot of people disappointed in this movie. And I actually went home and I made a list of all the people who are going to be disappointed. So I've got a top 10 people who are going to be disappointed, top 10 reasons why you shouldn't go see this movie, should not go see it. So, number one, if you love falling asleep during movies as they're so boring, should not go see Top Gun Maverick. It is action packed. You will not fall asleep. I went with my friend, and she usually falls asleep during movies because she gets all warm and in the movie theater she goes and she just falls asleep. She did not fall asleep. I did not have to elbow her any time during the movie. So that is a big tick of endorsement. Somebody who usually falls asleep during movies, bring them to this one. They will not fall asleep. It's action packed. Number two, if you think the original Top Gun could never be topped, don't go see it. Do not go see the sequel, Top Gun Maverick, if you think the original is like the best movie ever. Because I came out thinking, oh yeah, I think the sequel is actually better than the original. And that's very, very rare. Okay, number three. If you're not a fan of aviation, you should not go see Top Gun Maverick because it's just full on. It's full on. Flight sequences are amazing. There's just no words for it. It is, you can just sort of, feel the G-forces and what they're going through. It's just incredible flight footage. So if you're a fan of aviation, no spoilers because, these have been in the trailers. They used Tom's private P-51 and in one of the scenes. And also they're using FA-18 Super Hornets. They got the a cameo from a Tomcat from the original Top Gun, which you can see Tom sitting in one there. And yeah, I won't give you any spoilers, but that turns up as well. Okay, number four. If you despise misogyny, do not go see it. If you're lefty, wokey brigade, you're probably not going to enjoy this because it's very blokey interactions like the original. There's a token woman pilot that's sort of pushed to the background, doesn't really take charge. It's more around the characters, the male characters of the movie, just like the original. So I liked it because it didn't sort of divert too much from the original, but it added to the original. So I really liked that. Okay, number five. Along those lines, if you love movies that have LGBTQI plus characters, don't go see Top Gun Maverick. It doesn't have any. It's just normal heterosexual relationships, characters, and so forth. You'll not like it if you're very progressive and you want to see LGBTQI plus etc. You won't like it. Just don't go see the movie. Okay, number six. If you don't feel comfortable crying in a movie theater, you should not go see Top Gun Maverick. They do some flashbacks. They do some flashbacks to the original, and even I tell you what, I've only cried in like 3 movies. The Way We Were, Marlo and Me, when the dog dies, and The Notebook right at the end. I thought was very sad as well. Very close crying in Top Gun Maverick. It's quite emotional, quite an emotional movie. So if you want to impress a date and feel all macho, don't go see Top Gun Maverick. You might end up crying, especially if you've seen the original. Okay. So number 7, in that same vein, if you haven't seen the original movie, maybe don't see Top Gun Maverick until you've seen the original because it actually enhances the experience, in my opinion. The flashbacks make more sense, and you'll have more of a connection with the history of the actual Top Gun franchise. If you see the original one, you can go see it on its own. It stands alone as a movie on its own. But if you really want to have an enhanced experience, I've seen Top Gun that many times. I'll show you some memorabilia. Got the original Top Gun DVD, and then they turned up with the Top Gun Special Edition DVD, and I got that. So all the people in the audience that don't know what DVDs are, they're these things here. They look like CDs, but they have video on them. DVDs. Before streaming, we had DVDs and DVD players. And then I got the HD DVD version of Top Gun. Very rare, I guess, because there's not many HD DVD players around anymore. And it still plays. Excellent version of that. And I've also got the Top Gun soundtrack. So yeah, big Top Gun fan. As some of you might know, I was in the Air Force Cadets. If you've watched my videos, there's young me, very, 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 very skinny, very not a walrus there, and I got my that's my aviation, what do they call it, Cadets Record of Service Identification Air Training Corps. So that's my little thing, little memorabilia from my time in the Air Force Cadets. So yeah, so go see the original if you haven't seen it already. It will really enhance your experience. I know the original back to front. Seen it many times. On the subject of soundtrack, if you think the new soundtrack's going to be better, don't go see Top Gun Maverick. The original soundtrack is better. In fact, I don't think this is a spoiler. The opening sequence is basically mimicking the original Top Gun with the aircraft's carrier scene with Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone. So they even Tom knew that they're not going to top the original soundtrack, and they use some Kenny Loggins music throughout the sequel as well. So if you think this new soundtrack's going to be better, Lady Gaga is throughout the movie, in the background and so forth. They have the new Lady Gaga song, but not that great. All right. So number 9. If you missed the original cast and think they're all going to be in the sequel, don't go see Top Gun Maverick. The only person that's in the sequel, and as you know by the trailers, is Iceman. He's the commander of the Pacific Fleet. I don't think that's a spoiler. That's been in the trailers. I'm not going to have any spoilers in this review. But if you love Viper and what's the other ones? Jeez, I used to know all the names. I'm very terrible with names, as you know. But definitely Viper's not in it. Tom Skerritt, he is not in the sequel. So if you love all the original cast members, just go watch the original Top Gun and enjoy them. And there's only Iceman in the sequel. Okay, and number 10, lastly, if you think Tom Cruise can't act, has no range, just smiles all the time, don't go see Top Gun Maverick, because he's brilliant acting performance, very gritty, is more emotional than the original, is more fun. This is more, it's he's older and he's bit of retrospective and all that sort of thing. So it's a lot grittier. Now what I didn't like about the original, the sequel, is I like the soundtrack, as I mentioned, and also I don't think there's that much chemistry between Tom's character and Jennifer Connelly. Don't think there's a spoiler there that she's Penny Benjamin. Remember the original where he got slapped over the wrist for doing three high-speed passovers over 3 air control towers and 1 admiral's daughter. That was Penny Benjamin. We never saw Penny. That's Tom's new love interest, Penny Benjamin. I won't say how they met or anything in the sequel. You'll have to go see it. There's no spoilers in this. So that's it. That's the top 10 reasons why you should not go see Top Gun Maverick. I've seen it, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. I dare say it's actually better than the original in some respects, and others, such as the soundtrack. They do like a mimic of the playing with the boys volleyball scene with football gridiron, and I don't think that's as good as the original volleyball scene. So in that respect, there's a few scenes that are actually better than the original, but overall I think the sequel is actually better and you should go see it. So if you like that, we'll show you some photos from the original there. Oh, we got Tom there, and with Kelly McGillis and Iceman there. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next time. And don't forget to see Top Gun Maverick. It is brilliant. Okay, bye.